So, okay, we're going to see Seth MacFarlane, who people aren't much of a fan of his, I don't think. We're going to see some bad behavior from him, too. He's not so sharp. I think those writers are handling most of those great Stewie jokes. Okay, should we show the intro, or is it another cold open where they ruin the best part of the podcast? And you got to, everybody's doing this now, where they play a clip from later on in the podcast to open their show. Totally unneeded. Just start the show. Trust me on this, podcasters. Here's the opening. Coming. Logic, baby.
Guys,
ugly.
We thought we had a podcast.
Yeah, we got one.
Here it comes.
What's up, guys? It's Logic.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, guys? Logic. You all hear me?
Is this what you want?
To Logic. Logically speaking.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Logic. This is Logically Speaking. And today, I am sitting alongside an amazing man, creator, actor, comedian, writer, producer, singer, one of my favorite musicians of all time, Mr. Seth MacFarlane. Hello.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm in your fucking library.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't have to leave my house.
Yeah, you didn't have to leave.
Thanks for coming, I guess, would be
I appreciate
the right
that.
thing to say.
It's actually really cool because as a person, like, I know.
Now, it's interesting here. You know, Seth MacFarlane has probably heard the name Logic. I think a lot of people have. Logic's been around for a while. But Seth MacFarlane might think Logic's like a really popular big rapper. You know?
Yes, I think he was on a song with him once.
Yeah, he might not really know that Logic's kind of like done on the outskirts. He doesn't really have that big of a fan base anymore, right? So it's interesting to see. He thinks this is like a star that everybody loves that maybe he just doesn't get or doesn't really know that much about. Now, the introduction of Logic is going to be great. This, I guess, would be Discovery. Would this count as Discovery on a new Fool?
Discovery of the new podcast.
The new podcast, yes. I think this is a great way to introduce people to something that could be something that we get a fish from all the time.
Down the line.
You know, I think we're going to get something good from a lot of these shows. The three that we've watched, how many have we watched? 3 or 4 episodes of this show? They've all been phenomenal in terms of ho, 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 ho. So let's go to our first code here, 315.
So this is just kind of introducing Logic's interview style.
Oh, 315, does that do it?
Yep.
Okay, Logic's interview style.
So he likes to just get super personal with people right away, and his reasoning for that is so he can talk about his horrible childhood.
Yes. So, yeah, he could, you know, this is probably one of the worst parts of the show. Hopefully he'll get it out of his system. He bogs you down with really, really like sincere stories about his life and a lot of talking about him. And yes, like Duel said, he asks you questions so that he could quickly interrupt and start telling you his life story. Let's see what happens here.
I like that. That's who I am.
So, yeah, for your podcast, would you rather?
No, I'm no.
You know,
Bobby.
It's like when you're in my office, I'd like you to call me, you know, Dr. Marvin, right?
No, Bobby.
Should I call you Bobby or Logic?
No, that's how I know we're home.
And this, by the way, this set right here is not podcasts or not Logic's podcast set. It's Seth MacFarlane's library. Okay. And, you know, he's got a lot of money, right? This is his library. This is where he drinks his whiskeys. It's rather stupid. You know, he's got some fine art here. This is what really ruins it for me. You got the Tate Brothers chess set. This is an expensive chess set. It's more of a conversation piece, Brian. And Seth has set up this little drinking area in between the chess set. The chess set is the table. To me, if you have a chess set in your house, it doesn't matter how much money the house was. It's ruined. Really, a chess set bums me out. Ask Dasha how she feels when given chess sets as gifts, Anna. Dasha got really into chess one year after all the right-wing Anons got into chess. Remember when Tate first came around and everyone got into chess? All the right-wing guys, they thought they were intellectual. They've all given up on that, by the way. Dasha got real big into chess, and she started going to public parks and chess meetings. So For Christmas, they exchanged gifts on the show Red Scare, and Anna bought her a miniature fold-up portable magnetic chess set. And Dasha goes, they're opening the gifts, and Dasha goes, oh, it's a chess set. I've gotten like so many chess sets from people this year. No, but... And then she's like, oh, really? It's stupid that. And she's like, no, but I love it. Thank you. Where's that chess set, Dasha?
Have you
In
played
a
it
fucking
once?
drawer somewhere? Have you used it once? Should tell Anna Dasha never uses that chess set you bought for her. Okay, here we go. Logic's interview skills.
You
Okay,
call me
Bobby.
Bobby.
All right,
yeah,
I'm calling you
goddamn
Bobby.
right. Or Daddy,
Yeah.
whatever you prefer.
Mm-hmm,
Anyway, so
Terrible audio.
I kind of want to just take this all from the beginning.
You know what we need? Make a note here. I want to buy an EQ, a physical hardware EQ for the audio channel that we play videos from. And that way I could literally sweeten the EQ live when we're watching clips like this so that people don't have to listen to this terrible audio. Maybe a whole rack here to remaster live on the air these clips so that we can enjoy them. Or would that be given them? Then people would see these clips. They go, Logic's got pretty nice audio. Maybe we should expose the poor audio.
I'd love to know, what was your household like growing up as a
There we
kid?
go.
It was. I grew up in the woods in rural Connecticut in a
Rural.
house. Rural. Yeah.
Never know how to say that word, but okay.
I don't think you can.
Rural?
How do you say it?
I say rural, and then somebody
Rural.
call me a fucking idiot. and
We
it'll-
can't tell because there's too much low end that needs to be taken out. We can't say how you're pronouncing it because it's blending together with all that bass. The low frequency that as a rapper and a guy who produces his own music, you should know about, kind of, right? I mean, you're putting those low-cut filters on all you're producing music. But they get us nothing with these podcasts. They ruin every podcast with their crap.
No, I don't think you can.
Rural?
How do you say it?
I say rural, and then somebody
Rural.
call me a fucking idiot, and it was just rural, and I'm like, there's like
Yeah.
3 R's in that.
I think that's fine. I say room, and I take shit for it all the time.
Rum?
Yeah, room. Like, oh, it's in the other room.
How do you say bagel?
Bagel.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. My mom, she would say bagel.
Yeah.
Anyway, your childhood.
Well, it's like in Philadelphia, they say water
They do?
instead of water.
In Philly?
I don't know. That's
Water.
how Neil deGrasse Tyson says it. So I just assume
Yeah, he's
everybody
weird.
Everybody from
I'm just kidding.
Pennsylvania says it.
Why are you having a conversation, with Logic? Why? Imagine talking about your history and your family with Logic. It's really bizarre. I don't think he knows how stupid this is and how beneath, well, maybe it's not beneath him. Maybe he's just as much of a jerk. People kind of dislike him, right? Cool people dislike him. Is that true?
He's a jerk.
He is a jerk? I love that PETA. I don't know. I mean,
Trust me,
I love PETA.
PETA.
I think PETA is a great character. I really do. I think Peter's great. I hate Lois. I can't stand Stuart. I don't even like saying that full name. I can't stand Chris. Can't stand Meg. Can't stand the black guy. Can't stand the giggly goo, whatever that is. But I can stand Lois's parents. I think that guy does a fine job. Who else is really great in that performance-wise in that show? I hate the wheelchair-bound guy. Get him off the show, huh? You guys ever going to make any changes to the show? The same guys.
They're saying you're kind of like PETA in some ways.
I'm very like PETA. Okay, I make decisions on the fly, and the decisions are great. Okay, so let's see what
Anyways,
happens here.
yeah,
So
you
he
can play
brings up what was your childhood like, right?
Yes.
Okay.
that way.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I grew up in the woods in a timber frame house that my father built.
the fuck?
He collected colonial era tools for many, many years. These antiques that adorned the walls of our house as decor. And he decided one day, I'm going to build a goddamn house with these things. And took him, it was a tight 7 years to build the house.
Actually, you should
how
skip
old
ahead
were you
to
at this time?
3050.
30, 50.
But now you guys
okay.
know. So basically, this entire Logic podcast
Yeah.
is him just being like, "What's your childhood like?" He
What
had
was
a
your
whole-
dad like?
And he had
What
a
was your
whole
mom
episode
like?
with Bobby, where he kept Bobby Lee. where
Yeah.
he kept asking all this stuff, and Bobby was like,
So he doesn't really have his.
he doesn't know what he's doing. Anyways, that's how the podcast is.
Okay.
So you can go
So
to
you just know
3050.
those are the kinds of questions. Yes, they're very boring. They're very basic.
I like hearing how I come off to other people because
Honestly,
you just don't know. You never know.
no. Realistically,
I'm pretty suave. Sounds like.
you're definitely suave.
Yeah.
You're a fun guy. You're not a mushroom, but you're a fun guy.
A mushroom.
And it's a bit.
Oh,
It's
there
a
you go.
joke. There we
Mushroom
go. Bada
fun
boom.
guy.
I may rap.
Yeah. My 7th grade science teacher
is a
made that
great
joke,
moment.
and I'm so happy that you just felt comfortable making the same joke.
I'm a dad. I have children.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you make dad
Good,
jokes.
wholesome comedy is not dead.
You want a good dad joke?
Sure.
Ask me to give you.
Gold wholesome comedy is not that. I really like. He's making me sick, and the way he dresses, paired with that voice and that haircut, it's making me sick.
But he did create the Family Guy theme song.
It
One of our
seems
favorite
today
songs.
that all you see is violence in movies.
So
That song is wonderful. I mean, that might be one of my favorite
we're
songs.
conflicted.
It's one of the best songs. That's second to Freebird. It's one of the best songs. Okay, let's
This
see.
part's so good.
Dad
Good,
jokes.
wholesome comedy is not
Gold
dead.
You want a
wholesome
good dad
comedy.
joke?
Sure.
Ask me to give you a dad joke.
Give me a dad joke.
Will you give it back?
Oh,
Oh shit, son.
wow.
Snap.
Wow.
Okay, so college.
Do you want to hear? Oh, no, I'm not going to tell that
No,
joke.
let's go.
No,
What?
no.
Let's go. If it's too bad, we'll edit
gonna,
it out. Don't
my
worry.
mom.
I like where this
the
is
only
going.
reason I'm saying this joke is my mom used to tell this joke at parties.
Okay.
And I'm gonna edit it using different terminology than she did.
All right.
My mom used to tell this joke. Cinderella's about to go off to the ball, and the fairy godmother says, "If you're not home by midnight, then your vagina." My mother didn't use the word vagina.
Okay. She said pussy.
Yeah.
That what you can say pussy.
Really? I think that would be the same guy who said, "Oh, Bobby, you're young." I don't think that would really.
No, but you're the cool guy who's like, you're young. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, we're getting some pussy tonight.
Anyway,
Shut up and let him tell his joke.
Okay.
your vagina will turn into a pumpkin if you stay out after midnight. Cinderella goes, "All right, no problem." She goes off to the ball, has a great time, comes back at like 4 a.m. And the fairy godmother says, "Well, Cinderella, what did Prince Charming do when your vagina turned into a pumpkin?" And she goes, "Oh, I didn't go with Prince Charming. I went with Peter Peter."
I don't get it.
You don't get the joke?
That's what happens when you exchange conversations with logic.
It was so long.
He talked for so long, only to be left with nothing. You could see the pain in his eyes here.
Peter Peter.
I don't get it.
You don't get the joke?
I don't get it. The
Peter-
fuck are you talking
You know the Peter Peter pumpkin eater?
about? Oh, wow.
Wow. Did I just have to fucking explain that to a
Yeah,
guy
watch
as
it.
talented as you?
That's a good one. Peter
The
Peter
point
Pumpkin
being,
Eater.
this was like the joke that my mother would lead with.
Well, she.
God bless her.
Great woman.
She
Oh,
was.
come
She was a
on,
great one.
That's
motherfucker.
amazing. That's a good. What is
cut
Peter Peter
during the
Pumpkin
sip.
Eater? I've
Wow,
heard-
so the editor must know about the full sip. They cut away from it, but we know that sip was taken. I mean, he was really very nice. Full sip by Seth MacFarlane.
Okay, last code 5020.
5020 here on the Redbar. Rewind, of
But
course.
this is just to remind you guys to keep an eye on Logic.
Keep your eye on logic here.
Yeah, they really, really care about that show. It's
Oh, this
to
is
this
good.
day.
This is good.
It's nice to see.
This is what you
I
want.
love it. I really love it. Can I ask you something really weird?
Sure, man.
Okay, now you,
More weird?
it's a little weird. You can decline. I'm not
Watch
even going
this.
to look at you when I do this.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look at you.
I'm looking at you.
Is it okay? And you could be like, fuck off, and then we'll just edit it out.
Wow, they're calling it the full
can
sip
I-
cutaway.
The full sip cutaway, of course, for Family Guy, very, very good. The full sip
Shout out to
cutaway.
TMF love.
And everybody knows it, and this is a negative. People do not understand. They go, Family Guy, it's all cutaways. Cutaways are really good. That's not a negative. You know what I hate? Not cutting away and watching Kyle and Cartman ramble on for days. I wish they would cut away some better stuff. The cutaways isn't the problem. It's Stewie that you guys cringe at. So he's going to ask him a question. Let's see what happens.
Like,
here.
fuck off, and then we'll just edit it out. Can I possibly, for a very short time, speak to a few of my favorite characters?
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Now, yeah, if you're talking to Seth MacFarlane, you want to hear the voices, right? You know, he voices everyone. So you want to hear him do the voices. He does Stewie, he does Brian, he does PETA. Who else does he do? Lois, a couple of the other guys. So Logic's going to ask to interview him, interview some of the characters, ask the characters some questions, maybe speak with one of the characters. And Seth MacFarlane agrees. I mean, guys, if you think Stewie stuff is, here we go. This is going to be everything you think it is. Watch this.
Time.
But keep your eye on Logic.
Speak to a few of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I'll tell you a brief story. I auditioned for an improv group called Improvidence in Rhode Island when I was in college. Get it? Improvidence. Right? And if you guys are listening,
Dad joke.
thanks for not fucking letting me in.
Oh, shit.
So that's a spoiler. I didn't get in. Because I fucking sucked.
Okay.
So, but I'll do my best.
How did you suck?
Because I'm not good off the cuff.
Well, guess what? I'm just going to ask you very
All right.
simple
We're going to see
questions.
that.
So I have a question for Peter.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
This
food?
is going to be very easy.
What's
I
your
see.
favorite food, Peter?
My favorite food is, I'm a McDonald's guy.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I like a Happy Meal because they give you little prizes.
Okay.
You know, you get like the little.
So it's going to become very obvious he does not write for Family Guy. He almost kills off his own characters here. Listen to this very closely. He is now doing PETA. Logic can barely... I mean, Logic is kind of cringing out already.
And why would you do this to him, Logic?
Look how this starts. Watch this. Wait,
Two
here.
very
All right.
Simple
Okay, man.
questions.
Yeah.
So I have a question for Peter.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
This
food?
is going to be very easy.
What's
I
your
see.
favorite food, Peter?
My favorite food is, I'm a McDonald's guy.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I like a Happy Meal because they give you little prizes.
Okay.
You know, you get like the little Groot action figures. I know that's a sensitive subject for you because of your
is.
first girlfriend.
Yeah, definitely. What's
was
your
a callback
favorite
to
thing
something
about being a
Logic
father,
said.
Peter?
My favorite thing about being a father is that my wife does most of the work, and so all I got to do is I got to watch young Sheldon. That's all I got to do. That's my job as a father.
All right, I
love
appreciate that,
hearing
Peter.
awkwardly
This isn't...
echo throughout the library.
Yeah, this isn't quite as fun or funny as you've imagined it would be. So Logic's starting to pick up on this. Let's see where this goes.
We're all good there. I just want to just talk to your son for a minute, Stewie.
Yes. What was that? Oh, you're all good there. You're all good there. I feel like there's a bit of tude.
No, there's no
bit of
tude.
tude.
I love Peter.
Yes, I understand when you're filling stadiums with
Oh,
three.
okay, I got to zoom in on his face here.
And
He's
Logic
really...
isn't filling stadiums.
Yeah. Okay, watch
No, there's no
bit of
tude.
tude.
I love Peter.
Yes, I understand when you're filling stadiums with 3 million people, all of whom are holding up those little cell phones with the lights on them and saying, "Oh, we're here. Don't worry, we're still here. We haven't left yet."
Okay. All right.
Oh, so you are starting to find this to be... See, you could even feel this. And
That's
what I
the
love,
power of
Seth
Stewie.
MacFarlane's had a few cocktails here, and I don't care who you are. When you're drinking straight whiskey in an uncomfortable environment, in an uncomfortable setting with a really bad interviewer, stuff can start getting weird. Okay, stuff can start getting funky. And now you're doing Stewie, which is a big no-no. How is he not aware of this? How cringe it is to do Stewie. And he's really going for it, and he doesn't find this to be embarrassing at all.
Lights on them and saying, "Oh, we're here. Don't worry, we're still here. We haven't left yet."
Okay. All right. A lot of tude from you. How old are you?
I am 1.
Okay.
1 year old.
You're 1 year old, and yet you just have such an incredible vocabulary. How did that happen?
Oh, thank you. Oh, vocabulary. Oh, yes, I do have an incredible vocabulary, don't I? There's an O in there. Don't disrespect it.
Okay.
Vocabulary.
Have you ever listened to Logic's music, Stewie?
Oh, have I listened to Logic's music, my friend? No, I haven't ever heard a Logic song. I started that leading you to a certain place, and I didn't follow through, and my apologies.
Okay. Anyway, listen, Stu, it's been great.
You're frozen.
This is fucking absurd.
I'm out of breath.
This is too much. Okay, he's going to do a few more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I myself,
end it
I have
whenever you feel,
a
'cause
beautiful golden retriever, and I have an amazing Australian shepherd named Stony. Brian, what do you think about that?
Usually Brian's voice is much lower than this, but as you can hear, I sound like Joy Behar
I don't
after
know who
a
that
long
is.
day of meetings, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. What was the question?
Why
What's
would you
your
ask for
favorite?
This doesn't. I
Brian?
feel like I could do the voices better than this. Don't you think? I never would.
Prove it.
Look at Logic. He's really starting to go, oh, God, this kind of sucks.
I mean, you
He's
don't
really.
ask for Brian.
No.
You can let him off the hook on Brian.
I
think you
thought
can
they would be
imagine
better,
that
though.
one.
Listen, I think Logic's vocal setup here with these mics is really killing it, too, because we're not getting the right EQ or compression. It's throwing off.
We got a lot of people immolating in the chat right
Really
now.
immolating. Okay, let's hear some more.
What's my favorite?
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Brian.
I'm a bourbon man, my friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that work on your esophagus over time?
Oh, it just does a hell of a lot of damage.
Wow.
But I enjoy a bear fight.
The bear fight is honestly,
I enjoy a bear fight
it's
whiskey.
incredible.
What are you
I love
doing?
it.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
you know,
This is not Brian. I enjoy a bourbon. I enjoy a bear fun. Okay. Doesn't sound like Brian at all. Look at how fucking pathetic you've become! This is shameful. And don't you feel like so shitty
He
about
trusted Logic.
You
and
trusted
Logic.
Logic.
Drug him down this path. What is he supposed to do?
this? And this is strong stuff, you know? You really can get dizzy if you're not on the right vibe with this straight whiskey. Okay.
Seth MacFarlane sent me a whole case of it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's, he has a lot of them, so it's a case is like nothing. It's
All
like
right.
a drop in the bucket for him.
Two more people.
Yeah.
Actually,
you
three
think
more.
that's a big deal, but honestly, he does it for like literally everyone he knows.
This
three
is
more
not
people I
Brian.
want to talk to.
What is that? What is it? What the fuck is that?
That's you're really in it.
That's like I had like a chest cold
No,
like
but you're
3
in it.
weeks ago,
What
and it's
the
still
fuck?
kind of there.
Yes, that you're in
Fuck.
it. You know what I mean? You got
don't-
it. It's that
like, I don't s-
Mucinex. That's a Mucinex ad right there. Clear
it's
this
you
up.
too.
Clear
You
this
too.
up with Bear Fight.
Logic is now in control of the interview. Logic is coming off as the alpha compared to Seth MacFarlane now, who is completely disgracing himself, IMO. Let's see what happens
Yeah,
next.
you
Take
Mucinex
one drink
GM.
and it's gone.
They're looking at each other, going, "Guys, we thought we had a podcast."
Yeah, we got one. So I myself, I'm a monogamous guy. So this next
I would
question,
hope so. As a married man.
this next question is for Quagmire.
Yeah.
So if you
When he
were
does
to
that
ever
so
marry a
quickly.
woman, do you think that you could be faithful?
If you were to ever, what the hell else would I marry? Jesus Christ, Logic.
All right, that's enough there. Okay,
Whoa.
all right, two more.
That's enough.
Last ones, I promise, and then we'll move on. We'll talk
He
about
can't
real
even
shit.
look at him.
Stan, what's it like working for the CIA?
That's classified, my friend.
No, seriously, you're not going to tell me anything? I mean,
I'm not going to tell you anything.
why not?
I could have you killed for just asking the question.
I mean, could you really have me killed?
I could have you like your check, please.
Okay, I can only take so much of this. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I must involve myself in an extreme act of... I can't do it. The lighter won't work. Thank God. Thank God I snapped out of it there. Very close.
Okay, that is enough. I don't want to die. And last but not least, the person who...
By the way, it will be leased. Go ahead. I know what you want to. I know who you want to hear. I know exactly who you're angling for.
Roger!
Oh
James
my
Fritz.
God! Have him come out in his wigs and his little dresses and his heels and his corsets and all those wonderful things that he. Actually, I wish I was wearing all that right now. As
Oh
a matter
my
of fact, now
goodness.
that I hear myself
Doesn't
saying
sound
it.
anything
Roger,
like
let me
him.
ask you a question. What is it like just being like older than God? It's crazy. You've been around forever. You've experienced life. You've been to a million different planets. Why love Earth so much? I mean, I know you crashed here. You landed. It's a whole thing. But you seem to really really enjoyed. I mean, you literally created disco music.
Older than God. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't think it. William Howard Taft, best fuck you've ever had.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate that. Wow. You are a showman. You are truly a showman, and you have made hundreds of millions of people around the world laugh. How does that feel, man?
Yeah, like if we can entertain people and make them forget about their troubles for like I sound like Joel Gray and
Okay, Seth MacFarlane and Logic, everybody.